Explosive Bomberman!
Welcome back, my dudes. Professor Boom is back. And this time, I did another investigation, where your dude examined habits that bad players do that pros don't. Also, shout out to this dude for suggesting the topic for today's banger. But of course, we cannot forget about the glorious graph. Think you're a good player? Well, stick around and find out.
Let's just jump into this.
Alright, the first thing on our list of bad habits and mistakes would be, come on, I know we've all done it during the early days of our UBG bonking journey. You'll know you're going against a not-so-skilled player when they will literally spaz out when within your range. They finna be jumping left, right, and back. Even if you're literally just standing and not doing anything. People usually do this because they haven't been able to control their fear of getting caught by a punch yet. This ironically makes them more susceptible to getting swatted, since they'll be very easy to read. A good player would wait for an actual punch before dashing, instead of mindlessly mashing that dash button. Still couldn't be me though, because what the actual f was I doing here? That was a clean dodge though. How did that not register? It's the lag, guys, I swear. Alright, moving on. The next no habit that new or bad players do is, okay, so each style has a punching pattern. Most styles have a standard alternating left and right pattern, meaning, if you see them punching from their left, their next punch would come from their right. Here are a few styles that uses this pattern. We got hands low, with its standard yet snappy and non-telegraphed pattern. Wolf also uses this left-right pattern, with its hook and uppercut startups. While this is the case for most, some styles have an irregular startup pattern. Hitman is the most notable example of this, with its monotonous left jab. Make no mistake though, despite of its directional predictability, its startup is among the fastest, if not the fastest in the game. Ghost also uses this left-centric startup pattern, but unlike Hitman, its M1s have no punch indicator, so you would really need to pay attention to its animations if you want to dodge. That being said, a bad player wouldn't take notes of any of this. Instead, they will dash recklessly, without taking into account which direction they should dash to, which may get the job done, yes. But this will hinder your ability to land those sweet perfect dodges. So study those punching patterns. Alright, next up is, this mostly applies to newer players. I see so many newbies over-relying on blocking instead of learning how to dodge. These are the kinds of players that usually fall victim to getting block broken by an ult, and then wonder how they get put on their asses. You know your opponent ain't good when they don't know when to put down their guard. Players with good game awareness know that it's time to put down their guard when they are at risk of getting ult block broken. Pros do this by deliberately soaking up hits to prevent their guard from getting shattered by an ult. Take note, newbies. Alright, up next is, I see a lot of bad players sticking to one singular playstyle, no matter what style they're facing. This can get problematic because each style has their own unique strengths and weaknesses, meaning what could work against Slugger won't work against Switch Hit. And refusing to have an adaptive playstyle will get you clobbered senselessly. For example, you can't wait for a hit indicator when going against a Ghost, since it literally has no warning when throwing an M1. You would have to be more observant and focus on the action of swinging itself rather than waiting for that red glow warning that pops up before throwing a punch. Good players are flexible and are aware that beating each style requires their own unique approaches. And last on our list of no-nos, we have, this is something that is especially common to newer players. I think it is something that is innate to us gamers that favor rarer styles over more common ones, and for a good reason. For the longest time, games have taught us that the more rare something is, the stronger it is. But that isn't the case in UBG. Every style has the potential to stand toe-to-toe with one another. Heck, the dude who called me Poom Poomin reached undisputed with Turtle once. So if someone says, you're getting carried by style, they're probably a noob who doesn't know matchups. And that's about everything on today's list. Do you make any of these mistakes? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next. Boom Man out. Ciao.